Well, today is May 8th, which happens to be my daughter's birthday. And here in Northwest Arkansas, it's starting to get a little bit warm out, which kind of feels a little ridiculous to say because I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, where anything under 110 is not really hot. But, as is the case with most everything in the world, it's relative. And I've been living here for almost 20 years, so, you know, it doesn't need to get to 110 before I find it hot. Anyway, if you've watched some of my other videos, it probably will not surprise you to know that I'm pretty excited about something very small. And that is an oil fill tube. Got this in the mail a little bit longer ago than I care to admit, but I've been busy and I'm gonna install this today. And anyone who's not familiar with Type 3s might be like, what? I'll show you. So let's begin by covering one of the basics. Yes, the Type 3 was an upgrade to the Bug, and one of those upgrades is not just one trunk in the front, like you get with a Bug, but you also have a trunk in the rear. And, you know, admittedly, it's kind of a small trunk. It's a trunk nonetheless. And so what happens if you're on a journey and you have, say, some luggage or something in here, and you need to check your oil? Well, they thought of that. All right, here's our dipstick. All right, well, now you'll notice my oil fill tube looks a little different. And there's a reason for that, because the darn thing is a piece of crap. And the previous owner told me when I bought the car that it's a piece of crap. It was already cracking and it has all kinds of leaky problems. And so to get around the issue, I just sort of wrapped a rag around it. But, you know, eventually that gets soaked with oil and it just sucks. So we're gonna replace this today. Now look at that thing. It's ridiculous. New, as of, you know, maybe a year ago or whatever it was. New old stock. I'll take new old stock, thank you very much. But before I install it, I decided to use this rag that's been soaking up my expensive oil for all this time and have it go to work for me a little bit. Get this thing looking more the part before I install. Took a file to the screw here to knock down some of the raised burrs around it and cleaned it up just a little bit with some steel wool, threw some oil on the threads. I think it's time to put her in. So you'll notice this little lip right here, my thumbnail's dragging on. I just kind of made sure that's at the top of the tube that this is fitting over. So we've got this entire width here, and tighten that down. Fill it up because I need some oil in this engine right now. So somehow I've actually managed to like make things worse when it comes to how much oil I leak. Not really sure how I accomplished that, but I did. So all this oil's got to get replaced, but first I'm gonna wipe it up off the floor. All right, so we've cleaned up some floor oil. As you can see, we've got some oil here too, and so clearly we're getting some from there. I don't think I was really getting so much from there before. So probably it's not really quite as tight as it should be. I've generally always kind of gone by feel to a large degree, and for the most part it's worked pretty well for me. This is the torque wrench I have. It goes from 20 to 150. Not really quite the precision that you're looking for, you know, something like this oil cover. So we'll see if we can just tell that some of these aren't as tight as they ought to be, and start there. And pretty soon I'm gonna buy myself a smaller torque wrench. Yeah, that definitely could use a little more, and did. Yeah. So of course the next step will be like researching what these should be, because once I actually have a torque wrench and I'm not doing it by feel anymore, probably ought to go ahead and actually use a specific measurement to go by. Yeah, every single one of these was able to take a little bit before they were where I feel like they should be, which, you know, must mean that they came loose a little bit. And so, man, this is just what I've always done, you know, especially when you got like, you know, paper, cork gaskets or whatever. You just like take really, really small increases all the way around. You just keep doing it until you feel like every one of them is as tight as they should be. Anyway, we'll see how that does. Took the opportunity to do a little impromptu repair here. You know, I know that, you know, the linkage is just all kinds of sloppy. You know, you can watch as that moves, but then, you know, down there, look at all that play, right? And yet the other side isn't that way. You know, it immediately activates. And so ultimately what I realized was that tightening this side up one turn removes that slop, such that activating, not up here, but activating my actual throttle is a lot closer to exactly synchronized. And I can't wait to feel that difference. So you can see it's a little bit higher than halfway between the bottom and the top line here. No bueno. I don't know if you'll be able to see real good, but it's just right where the tip of my pointer fingernail is. Tiniest bit low. I'll put just a little more in. And I'm using my oil fill tube and it's not leaking. This is so exciting. I told you I get excited about simple little things. You know, like not leaking oil when I pour it into my engine. I mean, you know, not excessively anyway. Perfect. Right at the line. And if I get enough time, I'm gonna drive this sucker around a little bit. Gotta get ready for my daughter's birthday party. Apparently my kitty cat is enjoying himself on my car. Well, I'm in need of a haircut and sweating, but I'm pretty sure my audience isn't going to care too much. You didn't watch this video due to the scantily clad women I have on my video thumbnails, did you? Oh my God. I am certain that this is better. I'm going to tell you it's not in my mind. I know it's not in my mind. Thing's barely even warmed up. It definitely is better. I'm not even on the main street yet. I'm sure that it's better though. Oh my God, it feels so wonderful. It's a tiny little change, but it really is very significant. I mean, you think about just a, you know, small angle of difference to be opening both carburetors at basically precisely the same moment. It's all the difference. Oh, that just sounds so great. Oh yeah, for sure. Not just in my mind, I promise you. Ah, this is great. And I've got plenty of oil. Ooh, I might have almost just driven over a snake. Or I might have actually driven over him. Let's find out. Pulling into these people's place, they are probably really concerned right now. Stupidly nice house. I think their horse barn is actually nicer than my home. Like, who is coming into our driveway? All right. Don't think anyone's behind me. I gotta get out and see if this snake is just chilling or if he got hit. Where did he go? Oh, I think he's out. No, okay, wait, maybe he was up here further. Either that or he's out of the road already. He's out of the road already. Okay, well, I didn't hit him. Crazy. All right, well, as you can tell, I'm excited. Another good day. Stay tuned, I'll do more. And here's this snake I nearly ran over with my mountain bike only 6 days earlier.